Madison County Sheriff's deputy is charged with DUI and assault after a weekend crash. Jonathon Thompson was off duty at the time. Kentucky State Police say that crash sent one man to the hospital. Tonight, we're hearing from the family of that man as he recovers. As they tell WKYT Samantha Valentino, the situation has been a nightmare. It's our top story at 6.
I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Mariah Lambert has raised her nephew Preston since he was 11 years old.
He does care about everyone and everything, and he finds the pleasure in the littlest things. So his motorcycle was his pleasure.
On Saturday night, Lambert says she received a scary call. Preston had been in an accident on his motorcycle.
The first thing that went through my mind is he okay? Where is he at? Is he talking? Is he breathing?
Preston and his friend were riding their motorcycles along Charlie Norris Road in Richmond when Lambert says a UTV abruptly pulled out in front of him. Preston says he didn't have much time to brake.
He said that he just closed his eyes and was praying for the best, and he ended up flipping into the side-by-side.
Kentucky State Police say the driver of the UTV was drunk and an off-duty Madison County Sheriff's deputy. Jonathon Thompson was arrested and charged with DUI and assault.
Then Jonathon kept trying to go up his driveway because he took an abrupt left to try to go into his driveway, and his friend, Preston's friend, had to stop him and tell him, hey, no, come back here. Did you not see this just happen?
Lambert says learning Thompson is a deputy only made things worse.
We see this every day. You arrest every day for people doing this. Why would you want to endanger somebody else's life?
Now Lambert says Preston is left recovering from several injuries and with PTSD. In Madison County, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
We have reached out to the Madison County Sheriff's Office for comment on Thompson's arrest, but we have not yet heard back. Thompson remains listed, though, as a deputy on the office's website.